You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, tune on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised.
And all these folks that we're going to cover today have done an amazing job in showing us the way, showing the generations that have come after them the way in which to express your blackness and your creativity, regardless of your station in life, regardless of the cards you have been dealt, regardless of whatever sort of perspective or perception people want to put upon you, but carving truly your own path. In that vein, and on that note, Gil Scott-Heron, poet, musician, recorded this particular record in 1971, RCA Studios in New York. And Pieces of a Man features several collaborations between Gil Scott-Heron and Brian Jackson, who played piano throughout most of the record. This would become Gil Scott-Heron's most critically acclaimed album for many reasons, one of which, the second piece we're going to do, The Revolution Will Not Be Televised, is often sort of thought about as being this predecessor, or in sort of the, what we call the proto-rap sort of vein, right? Taking this idea of music that is based around Black American music, funk, soul, R&B, rock, etc., and then instead of singing these sort of lyrical melodic lines over the top, right, reciting poetry. Now we know there's, if you do your music history, we know that this style and approach, this proto-rap style, goes all the way back to the 20s and 30s. There's lots of records out there where people are sort of speaking rhythmically. But this record would captivate a lot of America's attention. This is The Revolution Will Not Be Televised.
You will not be able to stay home, brother. You will not be able to plug in, tune on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on Skag and skip out for beer during commercials because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by Xerox in 4 parts without commercial interruptions. The revolution will not show you pictures of Nixon blowing a bugle and leading the charge by John Mitchell, General Abrams, and Spiro Agnew, eating hog maws confiscated from a Harlem sanctuary. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you by the Shaffer Award Theater. It will not star Natalie Woods and Steve McQueen or Bullwinkle and Julia. The revolution will not give your mouth sex appeal. The revolution will not get rid of the nubs. The revolution will not make you look 5 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised, brother. There will be no pictures of you and Willie Mae pushing that shopping cart down the block on the dead run or trying to slide that color TV into a stolen ambulance. NBC will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts because the revolution will not be televised. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of pigs shooting down brothers on the instant replay. There will be no pictures of Whitney Young being run out of Harlem on a rail with a brand new process. There will be no slow motion or still lifes of Roy Wilkins strolling through Watts in a red, black, and green liberation jumpsuit. He's been saving for just the proper occasion. Green Acres, Beverly Hillbillies, and Hooterville Junction will no longer be so damn relevant. And women will not care if Dick finally got down with Jane on Search for Tomorrow because black people will be in the street looking for a brighter day. The revolution will not be televised. There will be no highlights on the 11 o'clock news, no pictures of hairy-armed women liberationists and Jackie Onassis blowing her nose. The theme song will not be written by Jim Webb or Francis Scott Keys, nor sung by Glenn Campbell, Tom Jones, Johnny Cash, Engelbert Humperdinck, or The Rare Earth. The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be televised. It will not be right back after a message about a white tornado, white lightning, or white people. You will not have to worry about a dove in your bedroom, a tiger in your tank, or the giant in your toilet bowl. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not fight germs that may cause bad breath. The revolution will put you in the driver's seat, my brothers. The revolution will not be televised, will not be televised, will not be televised. We will be looking for that brighter day because the revolution will be live. Stay home, brother. You will not be able to doom scroll on airport mode and cop out. You will not be able to microdose a portion of freedom and lose yourself on designer weed. You will not be able to skip out for beer during commercials or hit the pause button because the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not be brought to you on Hulu in 6 episodes, even with the no advertisement plan. CNN will not be able to predict the winner at 8:32 on reports from 29 districts. The revolution will not make your teeth shine. The revolution will not manscape you. The revolution will not make you look 20 pounds thinner because the revolution will not be televised. There will be no reels of pigs shooting down brothers on instant replay. There will be no reels of pigs shooting down brothers on instant replay. And nobody's gonna care about who got down with who on their favorite rom-com. Because black people will be getting live out in the street, getting justice when the revolution will not be televised. The revolution will not go better with coke. The revolution will not use ultraviolet light to make your teeth brighter and white. The revolution will put you in the ATV of your nightmares. The revolution will not be televised. It won't be televised. The revolution will be live. It will be real. Type to make slaves, but we the type to free them. Changing faces every night, we gon' call them how we see them. It was you who nailed him to the cross for telling you the truth. The seal was broke, you rolled the rock, but still you needed proof. Now you ain't ever had to suffer, you ain't ever felt that strain. Not when daddy bought your life, it came with your last name. hold the line. You see, I'm gonna make a way. Been facing sudden death with every breath you take away. But you taking your entitlements just a little bit too far. Cross the line with me one more time, and I'm gonna separate that jaw. Now listen, quit expecting me to jump every time your fingers snap. We was elevated to those ranks, and it's really just a trap. And no, sister, I ain't had to go to school to learn that. You see, I bought into your pipe dream, and now I just want my money back. I bought into your pipe dream, and I just want my money back. I bought into your pipe dream, I just want my money back. Just want my money back.
I told you. I tried to tell you. Tried to tell you. I mean, all right. Yeah. Wow. Okay. This next piece we're going to do is, for me, I know that Martin plays guitar also. I know for me, I think for anybody that's played guitar for sure, we have all been influenced by the great and powerful Jimi Hendrix. And I think Jimi Hendrix very squarely falls into our sort of study of what Afrofuturism is. You talk about someone who came from, born in Seattle, comes through the Chitlin Circuit in the South, goes to Clarksville, which is the home of the Delta Blues, moves to Nashville, floats all around through the South playing what they call the Chitlin Circuit, all these small clubs and bars and juke joints, playing black music, R&B, jump blues, sort of early rock and roll, the blues, all those various forms of black music. Eventually makes his way onto the bandstand with folks like the Isley Brothers and their backing band, works with Little Richard up until the middle of 1965 or so. And then Jimi Hendrix moves to England. And in England, he would play with a group called Curtis Knight and the Squires. He gets to England, and Chas Chandler of the Animals becomes his manager, and within months, just months, Jimi Hendrix has earned 3 top 10 hits on the UK charts with his band, The Jimi Hendrix Experience, Hey Joe, Purple Haze, and The Wind Cries Mary. He comes to the U.S. after the performance at the Monterey Pop Festival in 1967. And then in 1968, when his third and final studio album comes out, Electric Ladyland, eventually reaches #1 in the Billboard U.S. Top 200 charts. Jimi Hendrix, to me, in many ways, defines what we think of when we think of Afrofuturism. Someone who squarely understands. When you hear Jimmy talk, you hear interviews with him, he talks about being a black artist and playing black music and playing the blues. And in many ways talks about this contradiction that exists for him in many ways with black audiences, where he's playing this music that he sort of squarely knows is from the black music blues tradition, and yet it is being sort of soaked up and absorbed and uplifted by mostly non-black audiences. And here's Jimi Hendrix, someone who definitely, in terms of the way he thinks about music, the way he thinks about what music could be, what music should be, how the guitar is played, how to make sounds on this instrument in a very non-traditional way, the way that he thinks about his visual aesthetic, how he expresses himself through his clothing and the things that he wears and the way he talks and the way he just moves through space. I think you cannot think about this topic of what is blackness, past, present, and the future of what blackness could be without paying homage to someone like the great Jimi Hendrix. And of course, there's lots of tunes to choose from of Hendrix. It's a classic. Hendrix played this song often himself. It actually became the song that he would close his sets with for many, many years. And so here we go. Jimi Hendrix, Foxy Lady. Kevin Wong on keys. James Mahone on tenor sax. Ruthie Price on the drums. Troy Lampkins on the bass. Our special guest, Martin Luther McCoy, vocals. And so when Martin Luther agreed to be a part of this series, I said, hey, these are the artists we want to cover. What are some songs that you like to do? So we started having an exchange back and forth. But then he came to me and he said, I have 2 original pieces that I would really like to be a part of this set. And I said, 100%, absolutely. Whatever you need, whatever you want, we are here to support you. So the first original that we're going to do is a piece entitled "The Warmth of Other Suns." And so I'll let Martin Luther set that up for you.
There's a book of the same title by Isabella Wilkerson, "The Warmth of Other Suns." And in the book, she's depicting the story of 3 African-American families that started in the southern states during the heinous times of the middle of the 19th century, or, back in them days. And each family, they didn't know each other. They had the same kind of issue where something happened in their small town that was going to force them to have to leave the only home that they ever knew and venture into unknown territories, either going east, north, west, wherever. They just had to get out of the South. And she thought that that was a very interesting parallel between these three families and wrote the book. My manager told me about the book. And when he said the phrase, the warmth of other suns, it sent my mind somewhere else apart from the journey that's depicted in the novel. And it made me think about the possibility of a sustainable life for Black people that we have to create for ourselves. There are things about a capitalistic environment that naturally do not work for the disadvantaged. So, with that in mind, that is enough of a setup for what the song is about. We are aware of your fear and exhausted from having to hide who we are. Pretending that we're less won't make you stronger. In the end, no. We suffer from Black pain for white gain, crack laws versus cocaine. You don't consider all the horror that we've been through till we force a new horizon to come in view. Funny how you fashion yourself the hero, deconstruction of the Negro. Maybe we'll find our light in the warmth of other suns, the warmth of other suns, in the warmth of other suns. Maybe we'll reach our height in the warmth of other suns, the warmth of other suns, in the warmth of other suns. I know you. To rid the world of all who would oppose you. With digital mind control that tolls the soul by trolling each and every part of me. I just wanna be free. We suffer from Black pain for white gain, crack law versus cocaine. You don't consider it cruel or unjust when it's done to us. Funny how you fashion yourself the hero, deconstruction of the Negro. Maybe we'll find our light in the warmth of other sun, the warmth of other sun, in the warmth of other sun. In the warmth of other sun, the warmth of other sun, the warmth of other sun.
next set of tunes we're going to take you through all come from a band that I know everyone here on this stage was heavily influenced by. I'm sure that most of you in the audience, once we get into this music, will understand and will relate and will probably influenced and moved by, in many ways, yourself. The group is Sly and the Family Stone. And of course, you know, what a beautiful place in this building, in this city, to be paying tribute to black music and to be paying tribute to this particular group, which made its way in and around the San Francisco Bay Area all those many years ago. Their first gig, actually, when they were called Sly Brothers and Sisters, came in 1966 in Redwood City, of all places. I mean, who knew? Birthplace of the funk and the soul, Redwood City. Sly Stone, pivotal in the development of funk, soul, R&B, singer-songwriter, record producer, multi-instrumentalist Sly Stone at the helm. Stone's brother, singer and guitarist Freddie Stone, sister and singer, keyboardist Rose Stone, trumpeter Cynthia Robinson, drummer Greg Errico, Jerry Martini, Larry Graham on the bass. I mean, this was a band that was ahead of its time melodically, harmonically, in terms of racial integration, in terms of bringing forth messages of social and political justice, messages of freedom, right? Not just the freedom for black folks, but freedom for all people. This idea that we are all one deep down inside. You know, many people, I mean, there are lots of, you know, what we call rock in the stream moments in music. Lots of rock in the stream moments in black American music, right? This term rock in the stream, where you drop a big rock in the stream and the stream has no choice but to split, right? And head in different directions. And this is certainly a band that if you look at the history of music in America, you look at the history of black music, there was a before Sly Stone very clearly, and there was an after Sly Stone. They were funky, they were soulful, they were psychedelic. They marched to the beat of their own drum, and they did it very proudly with this aesthetic, right, that I really do think about as someone who has lived in the Bay Area nearly my entire life, that we sort of move with, right? That we are all about one, we're about unity, we're about connection. If you can get down, you can get down. We don't care what you look like, how you move through space and time. And this band really exemplified that. So we have a few selections we're going to do. We're going to start, we're just going to play it.
Words in the way. I can make it if you try. Everybody in the house, come on, sing. I wanna thank you for letting me be myself again. I wanna thank you for letting me be myself again. Come on, come on. I wanna thank you for letting me be myself again. Thank you for letting me
Kevin Wong. James Mahone on tenor sax. The great and powerful Ruthie Price on the drums. The man, the myth, the legend, Troy Lampkins on bass. Our featured guest, Martin Luther McCoy.
Our fearless leader, Mr. Terrence Brewer.
We got one more for you, another Sly tune, and we're just gonna get into it.
Y'all know the chorus, right? It's gonna be coming up quick. I'm gonna be looking for y'all. Let's go. Sometimes I'm right and I can be wrong. My own beliefs are in my song. The butcher, the banker, the drummer, and them. Makes no difference what group I'm in. Come on, y'all. Talking about y'all. Listen. Now there is a blue one who can't accept the green one. For living with the fat one that's kicking it with the skinny one. Different stuff for different folks. And so on and so on and shooby-dooby-doo. So we got to live together. I ain't no better, and neither are you. See, we are the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, you know me, and then, but you can't figure what bag I'm in. Come on, y'all. Yeah, one more time, let me hear y'all louder now. Ooh, now there is a long hair that don't like the short hair for being with a rich one that will not help the poor ones. Different shows for different folks, and so on and so on and shooby-dooby-doo. We got to live together. Hey, there is a yellow one that won't accept the black one, but accept the red one and won't accept the white one. Different strokes for different folks, yeah. So on and so on and shooby-dooby. Come on. Sing it out loud if you mean it, I mean it right now. I am everyday people, yeah. I am everyday people. One more time.
James Mahone. Ruthie Price on the drums. Troy Lampkins on bass. Kevin Wong on the keys for you. Our special guest this evening, Mr. Martin Luther McCoy. If you do not know, now you know.
Hey everyone, Terrence Blanchard here. Thanks for watching and for your support of SFJAZZ at Home. We hope you enjoyed the concert, and there's a lot more to watch right here, in addition to dozens more concerts available on demand. We've got a great Fridays live streaming schedule coming up. Most of these live streams will be added to the on-demand library within a week. We also have a bunch of new video series to check out. Drop the Needle, where we test the musical knowledge of artists with classic vinyl records. In My Mind, where you enter the mind of an artist while they improvise. The Breakdown, where artists break down a musical concept at 3 levels of difficulty. And Family Matinees, where the Bay Area's best musicians give kid-friendly concerts with a Q&A. Last note, if you dig the SF Jazz at Home experience, tell your people. Our mission is to bring this music to as many folks as possible all around the world. Again, thanks for your support and stay tuned.